Se les voy para clase, le estoy diciendo. Se les, bueno.
Or with
Recording in
freezing
progress.
temperatures.
Recording in progress.
Puta. Ay, me golpeé en la boca. Ya cálmate.
Interesting.
Recording in progress.
He's learning
Recording
about
in
cultures.
progress.
Okay, because they are anthropology students. All
I
right, thank
didn't
you.
read that.
It's okay, don't worry. So Ashley, what about 16?
Why does the professor mention orange peels? To demonstrate how students something organic is preferable.
Do you agree, guys?
I don't
To
know.
illustrate what can be learned from them.
Yes, answer A.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Karim.
What would most likely be found in a Stone Age garbage dump? Rot- rotten orange peels.
Do you agree, guys?
Discarded
Discarded
animal
animal
skins.
skins. Yeah.
No, it cannot be orange peels and it cannot be animal skins because those are organic, so they disintegrate right over time.
No,
So,
but actually, very cold places they found like that kind of sandals or shoes or sweaters that people used in too
maybe
many years ago.
maybe in very specific scenarios, but the most probable answer is B, broken stone tools, right? Because stone is not organic, it doesn't disintegrate, right? So maybe in a very specific scenario, maybe skins, but that's a long shot, right? That's not the most a probable answer. So broken stone tools. Okay, and Adri, what about the last one?
Why does the professor regret that most garbage is organic? Because it is disintegrating leads to clues about its cultural origins.
Yes, let's repeat disintegration.
Disintegration.
Yes, that is the correct answer. So do we have any questions about the exercises?
No.
Okay, very well. So let's go to our regular material.
A new video.
Yes, but Sophia is still not here, so we're going to do another activity, well, to give her some time, and if she doesn't join, we start. Yes,
She,
because
teacher,
Here,
Sofia Castro.
she
Sofia Castro, yes.
she told me that she will come at 8:15, so I don't know if
15.
you could
So
wait her or not.
that's 1 hour to watch that video. Well,
here, I have a question about the graduation. I don't know.
yes, the graduation.
That in the mail said that the first tract or tracto, I don't know. It says that is today. We have to pay that. But I don't know if we can pay that at the same link that I paid I don't know
I
how to
I
say it, the matrícula.
So,
they called me today, and you can call back, and you can tell them that you're going to pay like the first part of the whole payment. Well, and I told to the girl that I will pay the first half this month, and the other half I will pay it on the next month. So I will pay it in September and October before the day of the test.
Yes, but we have to pay that at the in the same link. When you pay
No,
the
no, they send another one.
a mí no me enviaron nada.
A mí
yes,
tampoco.
so, yes, so in regards to those things, it will be better if you contacted the customer service, because honestly, I'm not in charge of anything related to payments or
Okay.
any of those things. So yes, you'll have to talk to customer service about it.
And Alfred, I don't have the mail that you sent.
No, because they call me to set up the meetings, the days of the test. But I asked if they can send me an email to show to my supervisor at the job.
Mhm.
I'm afraid because if they send me the same dates or similar dates that they send to you, I will be unable to go because I will be on training,
Selen no
and
le va haciendo
definitely
nada, vaya.
they are not going to well
To move them.
to move it. Yeah,
Maybe you can
I
well
will, I can
when
do it in
when
November, I think.
when they call you, you can tell them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They told you that they're going to call us soon, or they didn't say
I
nothing.
I don't know. Maybe because I'm one of the I'm one of the first at least. Maybe that's why they call me today. But I think that this week they will call everyone.
Yeah, and actually, well, I will start working at 8 a.m. and well, I saw your screenshot, and you start the writing test at 7. But I don't know if I if I'm going to be able to finish
Teacher,
the
and
test in
you
an
have
hour.
Justin,
Don't
do you
worry.
have the number of customer service?
I will ask for it. Okay.
Maybe you can see it at the bottom of the picture. I'm not sure because
Uh-huh.
yes, there is a number. You can talk to this man Alexis, and he can help you. Maybe.
All right.
Yes, I will ask for it just in case, but if some of you finds it first, you can share it. But I will send a message to see if they can share that information with me. Yep,
Thank you, teacher.
you're welcome. Okay, so well, let's discuss these questions in pairs, guys. So you can take a photo, please, and let's meet the pairs to talk about them.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm always
Yes.
ready to change.
That's good to hear. Let's go.
Okay. Hi, Viviana.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine.
Okay. Okay. Well, in the harbor, when and where will you go by ship if you could take a voyage? A voyage, a voyage.
¿Qué es eso?
Let's see. This is a French word. Voyage.
Have
Let's
you
see.
ever traveled?
It says trip
Trap.
or travel.
Travel.
Yeah, voyage is the French word for that.
If I want to take a ship, I go to ¿cómo se llama esto?
If you send something to another country, you need to take the trip, yes or not? And when or where? The question is when and where would you go by ship if you could take a voyage?
Yeah, if you you have to go by ship.
Ah,
Yeah.
I go in a ship if I want to go to Ireland.
Okay.
Or I don't know if it's correct if I said a little countries. ¿Cómo se le dice eso?
A small country. So go to a small country.
And when? I don't know. when the how do you say cuando la marea está baja o algo
When
así?
I don't know.
¿Verdad? Lo puse a pensar.
I say,
Es que quiero ver si llamo ahí en Tensa 4082 1400, ya lo encontré.
eso está en Facebook. Yo a cada rato llamo.
Sí, pero es que es como el muchacho que me manda a mí los correos, o sea, ahí tiene el coso y dice servicio al cliente, no sé qué, entonces, es eso.
Okay.
Bueno, ¿cómo se dice eso?
Well, marea is tide. I will say when the tide is slow.
Tide. No.
Tide.
Tide.
T-I-D-E. No, T-I-D-E. Tide. Okay. For me, in my personal opinion, if I have to go by ship, I will go to Isla del Coco. But I wouldn't go to another country. I'm afraid of water.
I remember I took a ship when I went to Isla San Lucas.
Really? Oh. And how was it?
So cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Are large passengers ship common?
Are large passenger ships common?
Oh, this is the harbor. Wait.
¿Qué es?
Chiquillos, una pregunta.
Sí.
Esta hora tiene que ver con un texto.
Yo no entiendo, por eso yo
No,
le di-
son temas que él nos pone para discutir.
Es que como dice, discuss the topics for conversation questions in the
Ajá.
harbor.
Ajá, yo,
Discuta los siguientes topics, son temas de las preguntas de la conversación, pero en the harbor. Suena como si fuera ¿cómo se dice?
Harbor es el puerto.
Ajá.
Ajá.
sí, suena como si fuera a un texto.
texto.
Exacto,
Ajá.
exacto. Pero de ahí son preguntas que nos hacen acerca de eso. Porque si a mí me dicen dónde o cuándo quisiera yo viajar, yo no voy a decirte algo aquí cerca. Pero los temas son sí, parece como que son de algún texto, pero que se hicieron
Sí,
como una recapitulación o...
No hemos visto ese texto, ¿verdad?
No.
No era el que estábamos haciendo. No, son más personales, perdón.
Ajá, exacto.
Okay. Are large passenger ships common? Where? What functions do they serve? What do you think? I think no, they are not common because well, we have a lot of planes, and some people travel by plane. Likes travel by plane.
Mhm.
Have you ever traveled on a large ship?
Yeah.
Really? How was it? How was your experience?
And well, my experience was very nice. Was in
Estoy
a
hablando con la
cruise.
intensa por aquello que el teacher llama.
Don't
o algo
worry.
así.
Okay.
I knew.
I take a cruise, so
Mhm.
I do it by cruise.
Okay.
And the ship was very, very big, of course, because it's a big well, it's a cruise in different countries, so there are a lot of people there.
Okay. Okay. Well, I haven't go. Oh yes, I went, but not. It wasn't a large travel. I went to I went to Tambor with my and we went by ferry, but well, it wasn't a large travel. And yes, I think that was the just yeah. I have gone by ship just in that occasion.
How time did you waste in the ship?
I don't remember, but because I was a kid, but
Okay.
I think it was like 2 hours.
Not it's a long time.
It's not a long time, yes.
It's a long time, but not this very long time.
Yeah.
It's nice. I like it because sometimes when we want to travel or visit another city, for example, if you want to go Guanacaste, you need to drive a lot of time.
Yes.
You need because it takes well very very time when we waste driving because it's not same if we are driving and so I don't like it sometimes.
Yes.
I don't know, what do you think about that? Sorry, before the lesson, the topic that the teacher saw about the book, what topic we saw it?
We saw it was a listening activity. We had to talk about Neptune.
Neptune.
Yeah, the planet. Well, to hear about Neptune.
But is that topic in the book?
No. It was it is not important.
Okay, not is a topic to the test or the
No,
video
no, no.
important to the test.
No.
Okay. I was thinking about it because I was worried because so I don't well, I was late.
Okay, don't worry.
Yes, I don't know what happened because I was trying to connect at the class and always it's disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I wanted to ask them, but well, I don't do it because a long time. Well, after that, I could connect them.
Okay.
Okay, so today we need to pay the test. It's true.
To pay the test.
I'm not sure. I don't understand.
And well, actually, I was.
Or
I
the
wasn't
graduation
paying.
only. They only that.
Well, no, actually, I was trying to pay attention. You can ask Ashley because she's calling about it.
Okay.
Well, yes, I didn't actually pay attention in the conversation. I just asked because I was worried about the date of the test.
Okay. Oh, we have to go.
Recording in progress.
Whose train is that?
I actually was missing that train, the sound of the train,
Why?
because I don't know. It has been a long time since I don't hear that train.
A long time
Since I didn't hear that
tell,
train. Since I don't hear.
since I heard.
Okay. Since I heard that train.
Yes, I had never heard it. I don't remember that train.
Okay.
Where is it, guys? Who has a train next to them?
Sure.
Karen.
Karen.
I have the train at the north and at the south of my house.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it pass like during the night, or not?
Since 5 a.m. teacher.
How do you sleep?
I hate them.
Yes, I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Karen, let's start with you. When and where would you go by ship if you could take a voyage?
When? I don't know, teacher. When? But where? I would go to the Mediterranean Ocean to not to discover, but to go to Italy, Greece, what? Venice, teacher, Venice.
Venice.
Venice. Okay, Venice. Yeah, in all those countries. Yeah, I heard that this trip is one of the most or the better or the best one. Yeah.
Yes, it must be nice to go there. Okay, and Ashley, are large passenger ships common? Where and what functions do they serve?
Teacher, she is in a call with Intensa.
Okay. Yeah, actually, in regards to that, guys, voy a hablar en español por aquello. Con lo de, está preguntando, le pregunté a Karen si sabía, si ustedes tienen que llamar como a alguien específico, así, pero lo que pasa es que digamos, cada uno de ustedes tiene como una persona de Customer Service encargada de ustedes, entonces tal vez por eso fue que algunos ya recibieron un correo y otros no, porque, digamos, tal vez Alfredo sea atendido, no sé, por Alexis, mientras que Anthony sea por otra persona, por Steven, por ejemplo. Entonces, si algunos ya recibieron el correo y otros no, es posible que sea por eso, porque ciertas personas están a cargo de algunos agentes y otros de otros agentes. Entonces, para que no se preocupen por eso. Igual estoy pidiendo el número general de Customer Service en caso de que alguno necesite llamar. Pero
Great.
que no se preocupen si algunos recibieron el correo y otros no. Ok.
Teacher, yo creo que en los correos anteriores ellos como que ponen ahí como en la parte de abajo el nombre de la persona. En este caso el que me atiende a mí se llama como Kevin Quiroz y pone
Ajá.
abajo de ahí el número también. Entonces yo creo que ahí podría servir.
Ah, ok, sí, sí, si ustedes tienen ahí como algún correo guardado, ahí tienen sí, el nombre de ellos y creo que la extensión también, en caso que ocupen llamarlos directamente y si no, nada más llaman a Customer Service y en general el número normal y ellos los ayudan sin problema. Ujú.
Sí, sí. Yo lo que sí estoy asustado es por eso, porque digamos, ya es que es obvio que, digamos, en training no me van a dar el día libre, digamos, para yo ir a hacer esa vara. Entonces
Ujú.
ya fijo, yo termino training en noviembre, el 5 de noviembre. Entonces sí, de fijo, yo sé que eso día es programado, entonces fijo por allá me toca a mí hacerlo, pero en el mes de noviembre.
Ujú. Sí.
Sí.
Well, I guess we can
Yeah,
continue with the
yeah,
questions over
yeah.
here. So, um, Anthony, are large passenger ships common? Where and what functions do they serve?
Oh, teacher, but you already heard me.
Well, yeah, that's true. I was with you in person. Let's ask Alfredo, what do you think about it?
The second one,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
yes, they are common, not in every place, but maybe here in the Caribbean and in Europe, uh, they have stores like they are like floating malls. They have stores, roller coasters, and water parks and
Really, roller
restaurants.
coasters, really?
Yes.
Well,
Have you ever seen some Royal Caribbean publicity?
no, I mean, I knew about like the water parks and they have bars and restaurants, but roller coasters, I didn't know that.
Yes, you can Google it.
Well, yes, I will. It sounds interesting. Okay, and let's continue with Justin. Have you ever traveled on a large ship, and what was your experience?
I haven't, but when I went to Tambora a long time ago with my parents, when I was a kid, we
Mhm.
went by ferry. How do you say ferry in English?
Ferry.
Uh-huh. Ah, ferry.
Yes, yes, the word
Okay.
is in
Yeah,
English.
we went by ferry. Well, it wasn't a long time because it was like just 2 hours in the ferry. But yeah, the experience, I don't remember too much, but I think the experience was great. I remember that I was like, okay, the ferry has two steps, no, two floors.
To
Two
So I
first.
levels.
was, yeah, I was in the first floor, and I remember there was a party in the second on the second floor.
Really.
Yeah,
Because
but
in the second floor there's the bar, I think.
yeah, yes. I remember saw I remember I saw an Imperial. Yeah, I have like the picture in my mind with
And he fell
there
in
is a
love
there is
with
a man
Imperial.
drinking an Imperial.
You fell in love, yes. Love at first sight.
Huh?
No, that
Love at
I
first
already
sight.
saying that since then you fell in love with Imperial.
I don't like Imperial, just
Really?
Pilsen.
You don't?
Yeah. But yes,
It's one of my boys.
yes. And actually, well, yes, I think that was my experience.
Okay, great. So, well, guys, it's 7. Okay, I think we can continue. We can start doing the activities of the video because that takes a long time, like the vocabulary and the practices. So I think we can start for now. Because Andrea hasn't joined and Sofia said she will join after the break, but we are not like completely sure if she will, so we can start for now. So this video is very interesting. This video is about, it's called the Baby Lab. So it's about some experiments that some scientists run with babies to see if they like have a sense of morality or if they can distinguish right from wrong. So it's very interesting. So we're going to see the vocabulary that we're going to hear during the video. Let's start with Alfredo. Could you read the first column of vocabulary?
To whip someone into shape, to expound, to prove, to slam shut.
Very well. So this is probe. Let's repeat.
Probe.
Oh,
Very well. Questions with those words?
To hip someone else is like trying to convince someone to think different.
No, not exactly. This expression whip someone into shape is to make someone or something have a better condition or better discipline. So you can say for example,
I think that they were two different things. The first one is the to whip
no.
someone into.
No, this is the same thing, to whip someone into shape.
Okay.
Yes, it's part of the same expression. So it means, for example, you can say like the new trainer of the national team. What is his name? Suarez, right? Luis Fernando Suarez or something like that. I don't remember.
Yes, I think it is the name.
So you can say like Mr. Suarez is going to whip our players into shape. So it means like he's going to make them have more discipline or to have a better shape or something like that, to become better, basically. Okay. Any other questions with the rest of the vocabulary there?
And to slam shoot.
Shut.
Huh?
Shut. Pronunciation to slam shut.
Shut.
So that means like to close something like very aggressively. Like when you're angry, you slam the door shut. So it's like you close it like very aggressively. Or maybe a box, for example, like this. So this is like closing the box, but slam shut is like this, like aggressively.
Okay.
Like when you're angry. Okay, well, just in case, expound means to explain something with a lot of arguments or details, right? Like when you're defending your thesis, for example. So that means to expound, to present something like with a lot of arguments and reasons, right? And probe means to examine, okay, to examine something, right? Let's see the second column. Adri, can you read it, please?
to come willing. To come willing, to be predisposed, to broke up into, to eradicate, to be wary of.
Okay, questions there? Any words that you don't understand?
Wary of?
Yeah, wary means careful or cautious. So to be careful about something or to be cautious of something.
Like when you are at the beach, you need to be careful of the waves.
Of the waves. Exactly. Yes. Yes, if you're going to swim off the ocean, you have to be wary of the currents and the size of the waves. So it's like being careful, basically.
Okay.
Anything else there?
To be wary of.
Yes, that is the one that I was explaining. It means to be careful.
Sorry.
The pronunciation is wary.
To convulse in is like someone like to whip someone into shape.
No, not exactly. When you say that something comes built in, it's like it is part of a device or a person, like by nature. So, for example, you can say my cell phone. I don't know, the new iPhone has. How can we say it?
Come building with a camera.
Exactly. Like my new iPhone has 3 cameras built in, or comes with 3 cameras built in. Exactly. Yes. Okay. Anything else? Let's see the rest. Justin, could you read the third column?
Sure. Okay. To be enculturated, to regress, to have on top, inherent, and blank slate.
Let's say inherent.
Inherent.
Questions
Inherent.
there?
Inherent.
Inherent.
So inherent is like when something is part of, like a characteristic is part of you, like by nature, and like it's part of you. You cannot eliminate it. It comes with you by nature. So you can say, like, for example, making mistakes is inherent of being human.
It's
It's like
that's
natural of that.
someone that comes with a thing.
Yes, it comes with you by default, to say it somehow,
Yes.
right? It's natural.
It's directly related with.
Exactly, yes, it's like together, you cannot eliminate it. Like making mistakes is inherent in the process of being human, to say something, right?
And blank state is late.
A blank slate is a board or a notebook without any information or any words on it. So yes, it is a blank slate. So in the context of the video, they say like, are babies born with morality, or are they blank slates waiting for the world to teach them what is right and what is wrong? So that is like the discussion, like investigating if babies are born with thoughts and with knowledge of what is right or what is wrong, or if they are blank slates and we have to teach them everything from the scratch.
Okay.
Yes, so that's like the context that you're going to hear in the video. Okay, anything else there?
Blank slate.
That was the word that I was explaining. So blank slate
I thought you were explaining. You were still explaining and inherent.
no. No. This is a blank slate, a board or a notebook without words or information.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting, Keyless.
They happen.
It's
That
okay.
happened to you, Ashley.
Yes.
Yes.
You cannot make fun of Justin because it happened to you first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wake up, wake up.
Okay. Any other questions with the rest of the vocabulary in that column?
No.
Okay. Anthony, could you help us with number 4?
Okay. So blobs, innate moral core, innocuous, yes.
Innocuous.
Innocuous. Okay, innocuous, yes.
Bias.
Bias, okay.
Okay, questions here?
All of them.
Everything.
Everything,
Innate?
all of them. Okay, let's go in order. I'm going to explain it from the first one. So a blob, this word doesn't have a translation in Spanish. It doesn't exist. So a blob is like something, for example, a creature that is like fat, round, like it doesn't have a defined shape. I'm going to show you an image so you can understand it better.
Blobs.
So this is like a blob, like a creature or an object that doesn't have like a shape. It's like round, like this. This is a blob. So in the video they say like babies are like blobs, or like this fish.
I know. Yeah, that's cool.
So yes, that's a blob. And innate means natural. The second word, innate, is natural. Like Lionel Messi has an innate talent for soccer, right? So it's like a natural talent, right? Moral core is like the center of your morality, like your values. Okay. Innocuous is the antonym, the contrary of offensive or harmful. Okay, the antonym. Okay, the contrary of offensive or harmful, right? So it's something that cannot hurt you. Okay.
I used to think that innocuous is like clean, pure.
Yes. Exactly. Yes, it's like something pure that cannot hurt you or harm you. Yes, it's related. Yes, so in the video they say like, usually children ask innocuous questions, right? So it means like that they don't ask questions like with an intention of to offend or anything, right? They are not offensive. They are pure, like Alfredo mentioned. And a bias is when you have a preference or a favoritism for something, but especially when you shouldn't, right? When you should be objective. So for example, you can say during yesterday's match, the referee was biased because he favored Saprissa or he favored La Liga, right? So he was biased. He had a preference when he shouldn't have a preference. Yes. Okay, is everything clear there?
Yes.
Okay, let's see the last column. Bibi, could you help us, please?
Okay, bigots, selfless, sacrifice, no, not altruism, bigotry.
So let's say bigots and bigotry.
Bigots.
And these words are not related, not an altruism. They are different words. Okay? They look like they are together, but they are different things. So questions here?
And the first one and the last one?
So yes, those two words are related. So a bigot is a person that discriminates others, like based on their race, their color, their nationality.
A hater.
Yes, a hater. Is like a racist or a homophobic person, but bigot is generally, it applies for everything, for homophobic people, racists, etc.
Okay.
Bigot is a discriminator, basically. So a bigot is a person, and bigotry is like the noun, right? Like there is a lot of bigotry in this country, to say something. So bigotry is like the thing, and bigot is the person.
So it's like a synonym of discrimination.
Yes, basically.
But that includes every kind of discrimination.
Yes, exactly. So you can say a racist person is a bigot, a homophobic person is a bigot. So bigot is like a general word.
Okay.
Yes, so a person that discriminates others for a specific reason, right? What else?
Not?
Yeah, not altruist.
Okay, so not is when you say yes with your head, like this. This is a not. It's when you say yes, moving your head. Altruism, that's not related to not. That's another word. Altruism is like helping others without expecting anything in return.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Anything else?
Can you repeat altruism?
Altruism is the characteristic of helping other people, but without expecting anything in return.
Okay.
So you can say like there isn't enough altruism in this world. Like there aren't enough people that help others without expecting any favors in return. Exactly. Okay. And selfless sacrifice is related to altruism. So selfless is a person that does things without expecting anything in return, right? So selfless is basically the antonym, the contrary of selfish. Selfish is the antonym of selfless, so they are related.
Okay.
Is everything clear with the vocabulary?
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Yep, so we're going to see some sentences. In these sentences, we're going to see some of those words being used, okay? So you can understand them better in context. So guys, you can take a photo here and you will have 5 minutes to complete the practice, okay?
So we have 30 seconds per question. That's hard, teacher.
Yes. Usually you can understand it by looking at grammar, right?
Yeah.
Yes, because some sentences are not going to make sense. For example, you cannot say like, so do you think that babies therefore are basically just little sense of justice, right? That doesn't make sense. So it's just like looking if a sentence is fits or not, even if you don't understand like all the vocabulary.
Okay.
Okay, ready with the photo, okay?
Okay.
Ya.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. So do you think that babies therefore are Dios sense of justice? Mazes of this basically just little beings inherently simply small and cautious where's baby spawned like ay Diosito, ¿qué es esto tan complicado? Seguimos con la otra entonces.
Sí, esa, es que hay palabras que no sé qué significan. Mazes, what does mazes mean? G.
Mazes of this, no sé.
Okay.
Let me see.
Laberinto.
¿El laberinto?
Ajá.
No.
Okay.
Es que siento que ahí va como la palabra que el teacher dijo que era de que ellos como que hacen preguntas, pero inocentemente, digamos.
Correcto.
Entonces, esa palabra era, mira, no era como unconscious.
Inconscious, inconscious es inocuo, cuando son...
No nos sigamos con la otra,
Sí,
porque
sí, mejor.
vamos a quedar. Daisy here looked at the 5 seconds, then switched to the nice one for 33. Ay, Jesús.
Eso sí que es un poco extraño.
¿Qué enredo es esta cosa, en serio? Born with a name. ¿Qué será la B?
Expound means, let me see.
Length es largo, dice. Expound.
Exponer el largo. Exponerlo largo. Oh my God.
¿Qué es eso?
Ok, la I, yo creo que la I es la 10.
Didn't we just think that these creatures
I am
at
not
3
sure.
months were? No entiendo nada.
Sí.
Are we
Born
born
with
with
finite.
more ability or do we arrive blank? We see some of the... No hemos pegado ninguna.
Es que hay que pensar mucho aquí.
Es que es como que hay que saber mucho vocabulario.
Sí. Pero no, digamos, el vocabulario no lo puede tener ahí, es como entender la oración.
Ajá, eso es lo que no entendemos.
Ajá, exacto, porque el vocabulario de ahí está, uno lo busca, pero el tema es como entender lo que dicen.
In offering babies this... They don't do much, can talk, can write, can't. Qué madre.
La E. Ok, la 7 creo que es la E.
La 7, la E.
Ajá. No, espere.
No.
No, la 7 no. No, inocuous, yo creo que era, no pueden, smiling, small, and inocuous, seemingly. Creo que la J más bien. Inocuous, que creo que era como cuando pelea o no me acuerdo.
No, vea ya, ahí a batear vi.
Sí, ok, la 7 creo que es la J.
Recording in progress.
Teacher.
That was so difficult, teacher.
It was so... There are a lot of things that I didn't understand.
Yes.
Mami. Ma.
It's okay, don't worry, we're going to complete together, and if you have any questions, you can
Okay.
let me know.
Okay.
Let's start with Justin. How did you complete number 1?
Okay, so do you think that babies
Ay,
so do you think that babies therefore are born with an innate sense of justice?
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Very, very good.
Okay, let's have Viviana. What about number 2? Daisy?
teacher, I'm not here.
What do you mean?
I don't have this answer.
Okay. It's fine, don't worry.
Okay.
Karen?
2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
2, okay. Daisy here looked at the slates, waiting for 5 seconds, then switched to the nice one for 33.
It could be. Grammatically it makes sense, but in this case the answer is B.
Holy great, Justin.
B.
D. This one, can you read it? Did you look at that?
Daisy here looked at the meme puppet for 5 seconds, then switched to the nice one for 33.
Mm-hmm, yes. All right, Ashley, it's a question.
It's a question people have asked for as long as there have been people or human. I don't know.
Help?
Going to say
Hey.
Uh-huh. No, K.
K, yes.
Mm-hmm. Can you read it? Are human?
Are human beings inherently
Inherently.
inherently
Apparently.
Are human beings inherently good? Thank you. Anthony, number 4.
Are we born with a sense of morality, or do we arrive blank, expound at length the word to teach of right from Grum?
What do you think, guys?
No.
No.
J.
F.
No.
No.
So we're setting the vocabulary blank,
See,
Blank.
blank slate.
White.
Exactly. Yes.
See. Oh my God. Yeah.
why did you say J, Anthony?
I don't know. I have. Yeah. I,
Actually, you told J,
Yeah,
and
no,
I reviewed my notes if because yeah.
yeah. I was wrong
Perhaps.
because I skipped one because
Maybe
I
you
don't
read
know.
another number, yes.
Yeah, I read C number 4. Sorry.
Okay, so yes.
Take 1,000.
Yeah, take 1,000.
Oh my God.
Okay, blank slates, right? Alfredo, what about number 5?
We see some of the worst babies in adults reflect in the minds and in the behaviors of young babies.
Very good. Words biases. Pronunciation biases.
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 Very good. So we can eliminate letter A. And Adriana, what about number 6?
In offering babies, these are baby's little choice, Graham Cracker, or Cheerios. Wim is proving something big.
No, that's not the answer. What do you think, guys? Which one did you choose? The rest of you.
In offering babies, this expound and length choice.
No.
No. Okay.
Basically just little.
No. It's J. Can you read it with J? Adri? Offering babies?
Oh,
Macy's for this.
No, J like in Jose, like in my name.
Simply small unconscious.
Not yes.
Offering babies, they simply small unconscious choice. Graham crackers or Cheerios. Wim is proving something big.
So pronunciation innocuous.
Innocuous.
Very
Dame
good.
algo, yo no sé.
Justin, they?
Me la
They
gastó,
don't
un pedacito.
do much, can talk, can write.
Y como si no hubiera más.
I don't know. Well, can expound and let about their moral philosophies.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, because it's related to their abilities, right? They cannot talk, they can write, and they can't expound.
And
So
length,
it's talking about
okay.
abilities, right?
Okay.
Very good. Karim.
Number 8. Not pulling levers. Not pulling levers for treats or running. Let me see my notes because I think that my notes are wrong. 7, 6, 7, 3. Okay.
No,
it's wrong.
It's
No,
a
yes, it's wrong.
possibility that
No.
we can have it right. 7.
Yeah. No. Not
Number 8.
no, 8. Yeah, 8. Sorry.
8.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
No. Okay, not pulling levers for treats or running. Yeah.
Maces
running.
for this.
Yes, and you read it with letter
Let me
G.
do that. The answer.
Sorry. I was talking. I was thinking out loud.
Okay, so can we read it with letter G, Karen?
Me?
Yes, to see the complete idea.
Okay, not pulling levers for treats or running mazes for this study subjects, but they can watch puppet shows.
Let's repeat. These study subjects, like linking it, this study.
This study sub.
Ashley?
You really are going to want to know to what extent F. No,
No.
no. What extent are babies little? E.
Our baby's little bigots. Very good. And the last one, Anthony.
Okay. Didn't we just think that these creatures are 3 months were wipe him off the map blobs?
No.
No. Okay. Just so basically just little blobs. No. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, because those are the only two answers that we have left.
Okay.
So guys, do we have any questions?
Teacher, this is like the Moken one.
No. It's not hard.
Yeah, teacher, I have a lot of questions about the meaning of the things. Like,
We only hit 3 options.
Okay, so Anthony, for example, you can ask so we can clarify the ideas.
So let me see. Like the first one was biasing in the number 5.
Worst biases. Okay,
Worst.
so a bias, like we mentioned before, a bias is like a preference, but especially if it's unfair, right? If it's like, if you shouldn't have a preference and you have it. So the idea is that during the experiments, they discovered that some babies have biases similar to adults. So for example, in one of the experiments, they showed the baby like 2 cups or 2 plates of cereal, right? Let's imagine that one has like Choco Krispies and the other one has Zucaritas, right? So let's imagine that the baby chose Zucaritas, but then they showed him like a puppet, and that puppet chose Choco Krispies, right? So then, because of that, the baby had a bias and he didn't like the puppet because he preferred a different cereal from him or her. So that's like the idea that the experiments showed that babies have biases, and they don't like people who like different things from them. Yeah, so that's a bias, like an unfair preference, especially if it's like just like unfair or you want like other people to suffer just because they are different from you, right?
Mami, ¿no tiene una buscapina, una
Any
famotidina
other
o algo?
sentences that you didn't understand from there?
Ay, no puedo con este dolor.
No.
So, well, you can take a photo so you can have the answers there to check them later. And we're going to take a look at the questions that we will be answering, okay, during the
Ay, no.
during the video.
Ay, mami, ¿no lo abrí?
Ready?
Yes.
Okay, so these are the questions. So the most important thing about this retelling is to pay attention to the different experiments because they showed or they did like 4 experiments. Okay, so you have like to take notes what they did in the first one, in the second one, the third one, and the last one, so you don't confuse them. Okay, so pay attention to what they do in their experiments and the steps that they follow. Okay, so let's see the questions. Justin, can you read the first one, please?
Sure. What's the main question the Baby Lab investigators have been trying to answer?
Alex, number 2.
What what have babies been considered like in the past?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to Alfredo.
Number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Explain what the first experiment consisted of. Be good, be mean. Who did the babies chose?
Choose.
Ay, no
Choose.
necesito una
Mm-hmm.
famotidina.
Anthony.
Okay. How were the 3-month-old babies tested?
Mm-hmm.
Dios.
Vivi.
Celeste, venga. Muévase, le estoy diciendo, no me pregunte para qué.
Okay, so Karen.
What happened with the be good, be mean results when the, I don't know what does
Vea, vaya al
mean,
súper y me
teacher.
compra una
Be mean
famotidina.
results
anote,
when the
famotidina
needy
o
puppet
escapina y si no
was the
pregúntele al
one
tía
that had
y
stolen
la
the ball.
recoge donde tía.
Mm-hmm. There's a mistake. It should be like a quotation mark, not an at symbol. Mm-hmm.
Ahí no,
Like this.
Cele, di, se rompe, se lo que rompe.
That was a
De
typo.
atrás, de adelante, ¿no?
Mhm.
Okay.
Ashley.
What did the test with cereal show?
Mm-hmm. Anthony.
Mm, what happened with the what happened with the be good, be mean experiments when the little needy puppet was one with different likes?
Ay, Dios
Mm-hmm.
mío.
Justin.
Okay.
Buscapina.
Sorry. Explain what happened with the three faces according to age of the coins for prices experiment.
Mm-hmm. It's experiment.
Experiment. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Adri.
According to the video, which characteristics are human born with?
Let's say humans.
Humans.
Mm-hmm. And Alfredo.
How do these characteristics develop either way? Good, evil as humans grow.
Mm-hmm. Let's say evil.
Evil.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so do we have any questions with this vocabulary so far?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so let's watch the video. We'll project the video and the questions so you can take notes.
Wait.
Teacher, I prefer just the video because
Yes. Can you
teacher.
put the video?
Not
Yes.
the questions, teacher.
Okay. Because the last group that I had, they prefer the questions, but it's okay, as you prefer. So you can take the picture in that case.
Yes.
Because some people
Yes.
prefer like to look at both at the same time, but it's okay, as you prefer.
Thanks.
Sorry for being annoying, teacher.
No, it's okay. I mean, as long as you can like look at the questions, that's fine.
Hmm.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a question people have asked for as long as there have been people. Are human beings inherently good? Are we born with a sense of morality? Or do we arrive blank slates waiting for the world to teach us right from wrong? Or could it be worse? Do we start out nasty, selfish devils who need our parents, teachers, and religions to whip us into shape? The only way to know for sure, of course, is to ask a baby. But until recently, it's been hard to persuade them to open up and share their secrets. Enter the Baby Lab. This is the creature at the center of the greatest philosophical, moral, and religious debates about the nature of man, the human baby. They don't do much, can't talk, can't write, can't expound at length about their moral philosophies. But does that mean they don't have one? The philosopher Rousseau considered babies perfect idiots knowing nothing. And Yale psychologist Karen Wynn, director of the Infant Cognition Center here, the Baby Lab, says for most of its history, her field agreed.
Didn't we just think that these creatures at 3 months and even 6 months were basically just little blobs?
Oh, sure. I mean, if you look at them, they kind of look like little, cute little blobs, but they can't do all the things that an older child can. They can't even do the things that a dog or a pigeon or a rat can.
No pulling levers for treats or running mazes for these study subjects, but they can watch puppet shows.
Up goes the curtain.
And Wynn is part of a new wave of researchers who have discovered seemingly simple ways to probe what's really going on in those adorable little heads.
Up goes the curtain.
We watched as Wynn and her team asked a question that 20 years ago might have gotten her laughed out of her field. Does Wesley here, at the ripe old age of 5 months, know the difference between right and wrong? Wesley watches as the puppet in the center struggles to open up a box with a toy inside. The puppy in the yellow shirt comes over and lends a hand. Then the scene repeats itself, but this time the puppy in the blue shirt comes and slams the box shut. Nice behavior? Mean behavior. At least to our eyes. But is that how a 5-month-old sees it? And does he have a preference?
Wesley, do you remember these guys from the show?
To find out, a researcher who doesn't know which puppet was nice and which was mean offers Wesley a choice.
Who do you like?
He can't answer, but he can reach.
That one.
Wesley chose the good guy, and he wasn't alone.
That one.
More than 3/4 of the babies tested reached for the nice puppet.
That one.
Wynn tried it out on even younger babies, 3-month-olds, who can't control their arms enough to reach. But they can vote with their eyes, since research has shown that even very young babies look longer at things they like.
Which one do you like?
Daisy here looked at the mean puppet for 5 seconds, then switched to the nice one for 33.
Babies, even at 3 months, looked towards the nice character and looked hardly at all, much shorter times, towards the unhelpful character.
So basically, as young as 3 months old, we human beings show a preference for nice people over mean people.
Study after study after study, the results are always consistently babies feeling positively towards helpful individuals in the world and disapproving, disliking, maybe condemning individuals who are antisocial towards others.
It's astonishing.
Wynn and her team first published their findings about baby morality in the journal Nature in 2007. And they've continued to publish follow-up studies in other peer-reviewed journals ever since. For instance, on this experiment, they showed babies like James here a puppet behaving badly. Instead of rolling the ball back to the puppet in the middle, this green-shirted bunny keeps the other puppet's ball and runs away. Then James is shown a second show. This time, the bunny, who we just saw steal the ball, tries to open up the box to get the toy. Will James still prefer the puppet who helps out, or will he now prefer the one who slams the box shut?
Who do you like?
He chose the one who slammed it shut, as did 81% of babies tested. The study's conclusion, babies seem to view the ball thief as deserving punishment.
So do you think that babies, therefore, are born with an innate sense of justice?
At a very elemental level, I think so.
We think we see here the foundations for morality. Some way to do the punishment.
Paul Bloom is also a professor of psychology at Yale with his own lab. He's collaborated with Wynn on many of her baby studies, and he also happens to be her husband.
I feel we're making discoveries. I feel like we're discovering that What seems to be one way really isn't. What seems to be an ignorant and unknowing baby is actually a creature with this alarming sophistication, this subtle knowledge.
And he says discovering this in babies who can't walk, talk, or even crawl yet suggests it has to come built in.
So remember B.F. Skinner, who said that we had to teach our children everything through conditioning. So does this just wipe him off the map?
What we're finding in the baby lab is that there's more to it than that there's a universal moral core that all humans share. The seeds of our understanding of justice, our understanding of right and wrong, are part of our biological nature.
Wait a minute. If babies are born with a basic sense of right and wrong, a universal moral core, where does all the evil in the world come from? Is that all learned? Well, maybe not. Take a look at this new series of discoveries in the Yale Baby Lab.
Would you like a snack?
In offering babies the seemingly small, innocuous choice, graham crackers or Cheerios, Wynn is probing something big, the origins of bias, the tendency to prefer others who are similar to ourselves.
Adults will like others who share even really absolutely trivial similarities with them.
So will Nate, who chose Cheerios over graham crackers, prefer this orange cat, who also likes Cheerios, over this gray cat who likes graham crackers instead?
Which one do you like?
Apparently so.
Remember these guys?
But if babies have positive feelings for the similar puppet, do they actually have negative feelings for the one who's different? To find out, Wynn showed babies the gray cat, the one who liked the opposite food, struggling to open up the box to get a toy. Will Gregory want to see the graham cracker eater treated well? Or does he want him treated badly?
Which one do you like? That one, okay.
Gregory seemed to want the different puppet treated badly.
That is amazing. So he went with his bias in a way.
And so did Nate.
That one?
And 87% of the other babies tested. From this, Wynn concludes that infants prefer those who harm others who are unlike them.
What could be more arbitrary than whether you like graham crackers or Cheerios?
Nothing.
Nothing. But it matters. It matters to the young baby. We are predisposed to break the world up into different human groups based on the most subtle and seemingly irrelevant cues. And that, to some extent, is the dark side of morality.
We want the other to be punished.
In our studies, babies seem as if they do want the other to be punished.
We used to think that we're taught to hate. I think there was a song like that. This is suggesting that we're not taught to hate. We're born to hate.
I think that we are built at the, to at the drop of a hat, create us and them.
And that's why we're not that moral. We have an initial moral sense that is in some ways very impressive, and in some ways really depressing, that we see some of the worst biases in adults reflected in the minds and in the behaviors of young babies.
But Bloom says understanding our earliest instincts can help.
If you want to eradicate racism, for instance, you really are going to want to know to what extent are babies little bigots? To what extent is racism a natural part of humanity?
Sounds to me like the experiments show they are little bigots.
I think to some extent a bias to favor the self, where the self could be people who look like me, people who act like me, people with the same taste as me, is a very strong human bias. It is what one would expect from a creature like us who evolved through natural selection, but it has terrible consequences.
He says it makes sense that evolution would predispose us to be wary of the other for survival, and so we need society and parental nurturing to intervene. He showed us one last series of experiments being done in his lab, not with babies, but with older children of different ages.
Blue.
The kids get to decide how many tokens they'll get versus how many will go to another child they're told will come in later.
I love
They're told the tokens can be traded in for prizes.
So you can say green, and if you say green, then you get this one, and the other girl doesn't get any. Or you can say blue, and if you say blue, then you get these two, and the other girl gets these two. So, green.
The youngest kids in the study will routinely choose to get fewer prizes for themselves just to get more than the other kid.
I'll pick green.
In some cases, a lot more.
The youngest children in these studies are obsessed with social comparison.
So you get 7, she doesn't get any.
Yay!
They don't care about fairness. What they want is they want relatively more.
But a funny thing happens as kids get older.
Green.
Around 8, they start choosing the equal fair option more and more.
Green.
And by 9 or 10, we saw kids doing something really crazy.
Green.
Deliberately giving the other kid more.
Green or blue?
Green.
They become generous. Chalk one up to society.
They've already been educated.
They've been educated, they've been enculturated, they have their heads stuffed full of the virtues that we might want to have their heads stuffed with. Culture and education.
So we can learn to temper some of those nasty tendencies we're wired for, the selfishness, the bias. But he says the instinct is still there.
When we have these findings with the kids who choose this and not this,
Who do you like?
the kids in the baby studies who favor the one who's similar to them, the same taste and everything, none of this goes away. I think as adults, we could only see these and kind of nod.
Yeah, it's still in us. We're fighting it.
And the truth is, when we're under pressure, when life is difficult, we regress to our younger selves, and all of this elaborate stuff we have on top disappears.
But of course, adversity can bring out the best in us too. Heroism, selfless sacrifice for strangers, all of which may have its roots right here.
Great kindness, great altruism, a magnificent sense of impartial justice have their seeds in the baby's mind. Both aspects of this, the good and the bad, are the product, I think, of biological evolution.
So it seems we're left where we all began, with a mix of altruism, selfishness, justice, bigotry, kindness. A lot more than any of us expected to discover in a blob.
Well, I end my conversation with you with far more respect for babies. Who knew?
Okay, do we have any questions about the video?
I think no.
So I'll send you groups. We're going to discuss the questions in minutes that we have left. Okay. Then after the break, we can. Yeah, I will help you get all the answers. Let's go for now.
Okay, sorry.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, hello. Okay. What is the main question the Baby Lab investigators have been trying to answer?
Okay, the first questions. What is the main question the Baby Lab investigators have been trying to answer? And this okay, they trying to answer about the moral and religious debates about the nature of man.
The natural what?
About the moral. They talk about the moral of the babies. And they talk about they can't talk, run, but they said that the moral, because sometimes they choose the baby who are badly, and in other case the baby choose the the paper who is friendly.
Yes, how the brain's baby work like with the models.
Oh, sorry.
Yo understand las dos. No, like how the brain's baby work with their models. When when they are getting older, they get different models. So
Yes, they change their mind.
and could be that that's they want to investigate. Okay, what have babies been considered like in the past? Okay. They have, it's not like they have been considered like blobs. No.
Well, I think in this case he talked about that 20 years ago before, and they compared the little babies like a rat and a dog, because they say that the baby can't do anything, so they consider them, oh my god, because they said that the babies can write, can talk, can do anything or expound at length. They said that they are like perfect idiots because they can't do anything, and sometimes they have a little blobs in her face.
Okay. Explain what the first experiment consisted of. Be good, be mean. Who did the babies choose?
Explain what was the first experiment.
That was with the box, right?
In the first experiment, the babies choose the quit pups, because there are I don't know the name, a bird with the teacher blue who was jumping in the box, so the babies choose the other baby, the other bird, or the other peps, I don't know how do you say.
Okay.
Puppet.
Okay, it consisted of two actually they were three pets, right?
Right.
One of them wanted to open the box. The other one helped him to open it, and the other one closed it. So first they choose the one who was helping him. Yes, but then some others, most of them choose the one who closed the box.
No se me quitó el dolor.
See the puppets with the box.
Yes, they choose the nice one over Damien.
Yes, one of them wants to to open the box, and the other one just jumping on it. Okay, how were the 3-month-old eye?
No.
Yes,
Recording
we can
in
go to break for
progress.
now, and after that we'll come back to answer all the questions that you may have. Okay.
Okay.
Ya me tomé la pastilla. Ay. Ay, Jesús de Nazaret. No, me dio una contractura también aquí. Una contractura muscular me dio también. Hágase así, yo me acabo de hacer. No me puedo ni mover, mami. Así, tomé así sola, ¿ves? Ay, no, me duele. Sí. Ay. A mí me desde aquí, yo hago así, ya. Porque aquí no, no me puedo ni parar. Jesús. Ay, Dios mío, Jesús de Nazaret, por favor. Ay, Dios, Espíritu Santo. Ay, Dios, qué dolor.
Te comento, lo que sucede es que actualmente estamos con un proyecto de parejas, entonces estamos trabajando totalmente aparte con eso. Pero mi pregunta no iba enfocada únicamente a si te ibas a continuar con las clases, sino si vas a estar activa en el grupo, es decir, reactivar tu mensualidad, adquirir una actualización de tus planes y demás, para que podamos obviamente continuar trabajando.
Ay, Dios mío.
Let's come back. And guys, by the way, I will send you the number of customer service. Les voy a mandar el número así como el general de la central, entonces ahí si tienen alguna duda pueden llamar y ahí de manera que ellos los contactan con ya la persona que está encargada de su cuenta, digamos, y de sus pagos. Entonces el número sería, lo voy a escribir en el chat de cualquier manera, 4082 1400. Ahí está en el chat, 4082 1400. Entonces si ocupan llamar y no saben quién es como el que está encargado de ustedes, si no tienen como algún correo o algo así, pueden llamar ahí. Right. So guys, I'm going to take attendance.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Y Adriana.
Present.
Alfredo.
I'm here.
Andre. He joined, but now he's not there. So. Well, Anthony.
Here, teacher.
Ashley.
Here.
Justin. Well, I didn't hear you, but it's okay. I saw you moving your mouth.
Really? You didn't? Okay,
No.
I'm here.
Yes, I think you're here, but it's okay. Don't worry. Karen. Karen is there. I saw her.
Here, teacher.
Sophie Castro and Viviana.
Teacher, I'm here.
Very well. So let's go to the questions. So Ashley, what is executive recycling? No, mentira. Sí, Ashley.
Ay, teacher. Qué trauma.
Okay, so
I can answer that, teacher. That question. Yeah.
I want to hear Ashley. Let's do number one. What is the main question that Baby Lab investigators have been trying to answer?
I think that they want to investigate how the brain's baby work with their models to in their different ages. Or yes.
What did you say? How to work with their? Did you say models? Or something like that? So we say with their values, right? Or manners.
Okay.
So models are like will, should, can. Those are models.
I know.
Yes. So you can
Ven,
say
teacher, cómo estoy traumada con esas cosas.
it's okay, don't worry.
But
Yes,
the
their values.
answer, it's okay or no?
Yeah, it's okay. So in a few words, guys, the main question that they want to answer is if babies are born with a sense of morality or if they are blank slates when they are born. Okay. So the question is if we are born like with values or if we have to learn them. Okay. That's like the main dilemma.
I write down are human beings inherently good.
Sorry, can you say that again, Alfredo? You broke up for a second.
Are human beings inherently good?
Yes, exactly. Are human beings inherently good? All right, that's fine. So, Karen, what have babies been considered like in the past?
They were considered like rats and dogs.
As blobs.
They were considered blobs or even idiots, right?
Yeah, idiots.
Yeah, that's the word that they use. It's a little rude, but that's what they say, yes.
Or it not was perfect idiots.
Yes, perfect idiots. Yes, they're considered blob or perfect idiots. Very well. And okay, let's talk about the first experiment. Baby, what did the first experiment consist of and who did the babies choose?
Well, the experiment is about how is the brain of the baby when they can choose about when they can choose the puppet who acting correctly or badly.
And which one did they choose?
They choose the baby or the puppet who was helping.
Yes, exactly.
Nice
Very
one,
good.
yeah.
Yes, they chose a nice puppet, a puppet that was helpful.
If I remember well, they said that 1/3 percent, something like that, or a third part of them choose the nice one. Then they choose the mean one.
I think it has to be more. Well, I don't remember the exact number, but I guess it has to be more than a third, right? Because it was the majority. Yes, like the majority of the babies chose the good puppet, the one that helped, the one that needed help to open the box, right? Yes. Okay. And Justin, how were the 3-month-old babies tested? The babies that cannot like use their hands, how did they test
With
them?
their okay. Well, let me find the words. Well, they were unable to use their hands. However, they were tested by their vision.
Yes.
Yes. Well, some babies select well as the babies as well selected the good puppet with the vision.
Yes, they had to look directly at the puppet that they
Look
liked.
directly. Okay. Let me
They
write
had
it.
to look at the puppet they liked.
Yeah, they were able to watch the puppet shows.
Yes, and when they had to choose, they cannot use their hand, or they couldn't use their hands, right? So they just use their eyes to vote, right? To choose the puppet that they like the most.
Like the baby who looked at the puppet 5 seconds and then switched to the nice one for territory.
Yes, exactly. Very well. And Adri, what happened with the Be Good Be Me results when the native puppet was the one that sold the ball? That was experiment number 2. So can you talk to us about it?
They used to choose the puppet that punished the other one.
Yes. And why did they want to punish him in this case, Adri?
They want to punish the one that they consider that is the bad one.
Yes. And he was bad because he stole a ball, right? Previously in the previous show, he stole a ball from the other puppets.
Yeah, they at this point they said that she was wondering if they have a sense of justice, right?
Exactly, right? Because they wanted to punish the thief for doing something bad. Exactly. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
So they choose the evil one.
Yeah.
Yes, the evil.
mean one.
Yes, we can say like the mean one or the puppet that slammed or that closed the box, right? Because so the experiment is like this. So first, they showed the babies like a puppet show in which like 3 puppets were playing with a ball or 2 puppets were playing with a ball, and one of them stole it, right? So then the puppet that stole the ball, the thief, to say it somehow, he was trying to open the box. So in that part, a puppet helped him and another one didn't help. So the babies chose the one that didn't help because he deserved it, basically, right? Because he was a thief, so they wanted to punish him. That's why, like Karen mentioned, the reporter said that babies had like a sense of justice, apparently, right? Because they know that it was fair for him to be punished according to them, right? Basically. All right. And Alfredo, can you tell us about the cereal experiment? What did it show?
Well, that experiment shows that they the experiment give two options of cereal to the kids, to the babies, and they choose the, and later they were related to a puppet, and they choose the same puppet that like, they choose the puppet that likes the same cereal as they do.
Hola, ¿cómo le va?
Uh-huh, exactly. Mhm.
Todo
And
bien, es que le
Anthony,
mandé un mensajito,
so
pero
this is
más rápido
related
por
to,
aquí.
to the same
Una pregunta,
experiment.
¿usted
What
hoy ya está
happened with the
trabajando?
Be Good Beaming experiments when the needy puppet, right, the puppet that was trying to open the box, was the puppet with
Usted
different
vacuna,
likes?
¿verdad?
What happened in that case?
Es que ocupo, vieras que me está doliendo mucho el colon y siento una contractura muscular. Ocupo
When
algo en la
the main puppet
farmacia Santa
was with
Marta que
different
está
likes,
abierta. Buscar algo ahí, no sé, tengo que llamar al
they
muchacho.
prefer the puppet
Y
that
lo que él me diga
was
ponerme.
like closing the box.
Usted había venido una vez aquí,
And
es
why?
por donde está
Because
la
it is a meaning of justice
carnicería
for them,
Maraya, por el bar Guachapán,
talking
una casa que
about
está al fondo.
talking about that,
Exacto.
talking
Ujú.
about talking that the main puppet is a robber, is a
Perfecto.
thief.
Le agradezco
Okay, but
muchísimo,
in this
gracias.
case, so that was in the second experiment, but in this one we're talking about the third one, the cereal.
No, o
So
sea, yo le
first,
voy a llamar para hacer eso.
so first a puppet shows the contrary cereal to the baby, right? And then the puppet that liked a different cereal was trying to open the box, right? So in that case, Karen, did babies want to help this puppet or not? The one that chose a different cereal?
I don't remember.
The teacher, I think that the one who didn't want to help him because he had different characteristics from the other one.
Exactly.
They like to watch the different puppet be rejected by the other one.
Exactly, yes. Yes, that's the thing, that they were like basically discriminating a puppet just because he liked a different cereal, right? So that's the bias that we saw in the vocabulary. It's unfair to discriminate someone just because he likes a different cereal in this case, or a different soccer team or whatever, right? So this is why they compare these babies to adults, because I mean, they sometimes we as adults, we don't like people just because they have different preferences from us, right?
Like people who like Saprissa.
I'm not going to get into that discussion because then you're not going to like me either, and I'm not going to like.
My best friend likes Saprissa, so it's not a problem.
And how do you feel after Saturday's game?
Disappointed, because how can be possible that if you are winning by 2 goals, they can turn over your the score. It's not possible.
Yes.
That's a shame.
Yes, it is possible. It happens.
It is possible, but it is annoying for Legis.
Yes.
All right. And okay, so let's jump to the fourth experiment, the one with the kids and the coins. Let's ask Ashley, explain what happened with the 3 phases according to age of the coins for prizes experiment.
I don't remember the age.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to help you with that. So first in this experiment, we had 3 groups of kids.
Yeah, 3.
So do you remember the ages, guys, before Ashley explains?
The second one is 8 years and the last one is 10 years old.
So we have a group of 6 year olds, right? Kids who are 6 years old. Then 8 years old.
And 10.
And 10, exactly. So Ashley, can you tell us about each group? What do you remember?
8 and 10.
Yes, 6 years old, 8 years old, and 10 years old.
About the 6 years old, they choose the part that they have more, and the other one it's going to be
Yeah, so they
and the
received
other one
coins and the other kid didn't.
didn't.
Uh-huh.
The about the 8 years old, they choose the wait, teacher, that they also have more.
Actually, the ones that were 8 years old, they were more fair, right? They were fair or they were equal.
Equal, yeah.
Yes, they choose the same.
Yes, they chose the same quantity of coins for both parts.
And the 10, they prefer that the other person has more than.
So the more time they preferred. Oh,
They were
To
generous.
give, yeah, they were generous, yeah.
so we can say they prefer the other person to have more than themselves. Yeah, so they were generous, right? That's the word, generous or altruist, right? Selfless. Okay. Yes. So, what does this show, Alfredo? In your own words, what can you conclude from these results?
Well, that at the beginning of our life, we are selfish. We want more for us than the others. Later, we know something like equality, and we want to have the same as the others. And at later, we turn into unselfish people, unselfish,
Selfless,
helpless people, and we turn into generous people that want the other ones have
the other ones
have more than us.
Help.
Has
So we
more
can
than
say
us.
we want the other ones to have more than us.
To have more than us.
Yes. Okay. Exactly. And let's see who's next. Justin, according to the video, which characteristics are humans born with?
Okay, as I heard and as I understood, well, people used to born, people born.
So people
Are born with the sense of justice, and also people are born. Sorry, with sorry, I had to toss.
Have to cough.
To cough. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I have to. Sorry, teacher.
It's okay. You know how to speak English. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just breathe.
Don't be nervous.
Okay. Yeah. People are born with the sense of justice. Also, people are born with a philosophy to recognize the good things, and I will say with the philosophy as well to recognize what is wrong and what is okay. That was I understood.
Okay, excellent. Adri, I'm going to ask you number 10. Actually, number 10 is, I think it's more personal. It's more like a personal answer, a personal opinion. So, Adri, how do these characteristics develop either way as humans grow? Do you think we become better people as we grow up, or do we become worse people? What do you think? Adri? No? So, Anthony, what do you think about it?
How do these characteristics develop either good evil as humans grow?
Characteristics.
Characteristics, okay. I think these characteristics develop like the nature of people, but there also could be like good and bad people, and I don't know. These characteristics can develop like I don't know. I don't have idea.
So Anthony, so if you compare yourself to the time when you were a child, do you think that you are like a better person now or a worse person, if you can call it that? Do you think that you have developed like better characteristics and you were a kid or not?
Definitely a better person. That's because of me, not because the society or those things that that change people, right? That can convert like a good person in a bad person or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. And you, Karen, what do you think? Do you think that kids are more pure than adults or not necessarily? That's like an additional question. This is not here. So what do you think?
I think that not necessarily, teacher, because so, I don't know. In my personal opinion, sometimes you can see a kid that is like an evil. I don't know,
That is like
an evil.
Like the devil.
Like an evil.
So evil is a characteristic. So you can say they are evil, or if you want to say like a noun, they are like a devil. Exactly, a devil.
They are like a devil.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it depends on I don't know if on every family or the way that they grow. If they grow alone, they used to be selfish. And yeah, and if you grow with some other children, you used to be nicer. Yeah.
Okay. And Adri, do you remember what you were like when you were a child? Were you a good kid or not so much? What do you remember from your childhood?
I was a good kid, I think. I used to be very quiet in some cases, and that is all that I remember.
You're just in besides eating worms?
I'm still a kid, teacher. No, well, when I was a kid, I used to be, well, how do you say when you cry alone? When you cry a lot?
You can say you were a crybaby.
No, well, a cry kid.
It's because the expression is crybaby, even for adults.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I was a crybaby, and actually, I used to be
I still crying.
a more respectful person, and yes, I used to be, well, I don't know, nicer. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So is everything clear with the video so far before we move on? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to continue with another topic for now. We'll continue talking about the videos tomorrow. So let's go to a grammar practice. Present perfect. Present perfect. Okay, this one. Okay, so you can take notes before we go to the practices.
Hey everyone, welcome to elementalenglish.com. Today's lesson is on the present perfect verb tense in English, an English grammar lesson. English has several ways to talk about the past. Most commonly, we use two verb tenses, the simple past verb tense or the present perfect verb tense. The simple past verb tense. We use the simple past verb tense when we talk about a past action that started and ended. These simple past verbs typically, though not always, have an ed ending. For example, I walked to school today. Here, I use the simple past verb walked because the action of walking to school had a distinct beginning and end. However, what if I had said, I have walked to school before? Here, the listener doesn't know exactly when I walked to school. It was just sometime in the general past. It could have been last week, or it could have been 2 years ago. So the rule is, we use the present perfect verb tense instead of the simple past when we talk about something that happened in a non-specific general time in the past. And this action may have some connection, continuation, or significance to the present. To form the present perfect verb tense, use the present tense of have or has, plus the negative if you need it, plus the past participle of the verb. For example, he has developed several mobile apps already. Note that when speaking, native English speakers will often de-stress, delete the H in, or contract the verb have or has and attach it to the subject before it to speak with greater efficiency and music. How to contract and de-stress the verb have or has. I have becomes I've, or I have. You have becomes you've, or you have. He has becomes he's, or he is. She has becomes she's, or she is. It has becomes its, or it is. We have becomes we've, or we've. They have becomes they've, or they've. Got it? Let's practice. Notice that the present perfect verb tense is often used with the time words already, yet, still. Listen and repeat. I've never been to New York, but I've always wanted to go. She's always been a good student. We've wanted to buy a new home for a long time. He has already studied 2 foreign languages. They still haven't interviewed my mother about the new position. I've worked at this company for 17 years. Haven't you done your homework yet? Notice how the t plus the y became a ch. Don't forget to subscribe to the Elemental English podcasts on iTunes, and please leave us a review. And if this lesson was helpful to you, feel free to share it with friends and family on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay, questions so far?
I hate the way she speaks. Sorry.
Why?
I don't know, teacher.
Too fake.
Because it's like sing.
Like singing.
Yes.
A little videos. Usually a lot of people that teach English on YouTube speak like that. Alright, so we're going to complete this practice. Can you read the instructions, Karen?
Complete the sentences. Use the words in parentheses. Use the present perfect.
Okay, so for all the answers, we're going to use have or has and the past participle. Okay, you can take a photo and we can complete them in pairs.
Mami, ¿hay alcohol? Sí hay alcohol.
Got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Ready?
Yes.
Alcohol sí hay.
Yes.
Deme. Alcohol, mami, alcohol.
Sí, ahí no tiene.
Démelo.
¿Pero para qué?
Ocupo alcohol, mami. Porque ya viene el muchacho a inyectarme.
Toma.
Fíjese si es alcohol, por favor. Qué raro, ¿cómo pongo esto en mute?
¿Cómo?
Chicas, ¿me escuchan? Ah, no. ¿Es alcohol?
Sí.
Ok.
¿Para qué?
Mami, porque un muchacho va a venir a inyectarme.
Ah,
Me va a inyectar un muchacho. Porque no me siento bien.
Flew, yeah, he flew.
She has flew. She has flew there many times. Bob and Jane are old friends. They have known each other for a long time.
They have known each other for a long
Sorry,
time, okay?
do you hear me?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Now, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay, do the number 5, Viviana.
Okay, number 5, 5, 5, 5. I don't like this week. Weather.
Weather.
Weather. Okay, I don't like this weather. Cold and cloudy. Okay. Let me see.
It has been cold and cloudy. Your English is getting better. You have learned a lot of English since you came here. Anthony?
Number
7.
Okay. Rob can go to bed now. He have finished.
He has?
He has finished
Uh-huh.
his homework.
The last one, Viviana.
Okay, Kate is falling behind in her schoolwork. She had been absent from class a lot lately.
Lately, uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Recording in
with
progress.
Karen, can you help me with number 1?
I have met Anne's husband. I met him at a party last week.
Yep. Okay, very good. Ashley, number 2.
I have finished my work. I finished it 2 hours ago.
Let's link it here. Finished it.
Finished it.
Anthony, how did you complete number 3?
Number 3. Miss Parker travels to Washington D.C. Frequently, she has flew there many times.
Okay, she has
Flew.
help.
Flown.
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 I told you, Anthony.
Oh my god, yeah. I thought it
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
oh my gosh.
Nobody believes Karen.
Wow, yeah.
Karen is always arguing with people that didn't believe her. Okay. Alfredo, number 4.
Bob and Jane are all friends. They have known each other for a long time.
No. Andre?
I don't like this weather. It has been cold and cloudy for the last 3 days.
Adri?
You have learned, I know your English is getting better. You have learned a lot of English since you came here.
Very good. Justin?
Bob can go to bed now. He has finished his homework.
Yes. David, are you there?
Yes, teacher. Kate is falling behind in her schoolwork. She has been absent from class a lot lately.
Very good.
Falling.
Yes, pronunciation with O, like falling.
Falling.
And absent. Very well. So do you have any questions here? Okay, can I show the next slide?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to complete this practice in pairs. Can you read the instructions, Karen?
First, complete the sentences with the words in parentheses. Use the present perfect or the simple past.
Okay, so this exercise is more interesting. Here you have to choose if you want to use the present perfect, like he has been, she has eaten, or the normal past. She ate, she practiced, she visited, okay? So you can take a photo of the sentences and we can complete it in pairs also.
Hold on.
Wait.
Ready.
Let's go. Okay, so let's start with Billy. Can you complete number 1?
Okay, have you ever been in Europe? Yes, I have. I have been in Europe several times. In fact, I went in Europe last year. I have been.
In fact, I
have been.
Oh.
I was.
Yes,
I was, because
forgot.
this last year, like one time specifically. Very good. Anthony.
Have you ever eaten at O's Steakhouse? Yes, I had.
Yes, I
has.
No. Have with V, right? I have.
Have with. Okay.
Like this. It's because I heard that you say had, like this, but it's with, like this. I have.
Okay. Yes, I have. I have eaten there many times. In fact, my wife and I I was going to say we're eating there last night, but I don't know.
So it's last night. It's a specific moment. So my wife and I.
Okay.
Ate.
I
ate there. Okay. There last.
Yes, if it's like last year, last night, yesterday, it's simple past. I ate there last night. I went there last year.
It is wrong if I say We were eating there last night.
It could be. That's correct, but the exercise says present perfect or simple past. It doesn't include progressive. But it could be correct. We were eating there last night. That's correct. Yes, just not for this exercise.
Okay.
Karen, have you ever talked to Professor Alston about your grades?
Yes, I have. I have talked to him about my grades a couple of times. In fact, I talked to him after class yesterday about the F I got on the last test.
Adri, what European?
Viviana.
Viviana, teacher. The number
Sorry,
4,
sorry.
right?
Yes.
Okay, what European countries you have visited?
So that's a question. What European countries?
You visited?
Help?
You have visited?
Have you visited?
Have you okay, have you visited?
And the answer?
I visited Hungary, Germany, and Switzerland.
One more time. I
have visited.
I have visited.
I visit Hungary in
Hungary.
And I have been in Germany and Switzerland in 2020.
Well, 2001. So one more time. I
was.
I was, because it's a specific year. Very good. And Anthony, can you complete number... Well, so Anthony, you can complete that question and Karen the answer.
Okay. Bob. Have you ever had a job?
Okay, but in this case, you're not talking to Bob. You're talking about Bob, like a third person, like saying he. Okay, let's imagine that instead of Bob, it says he, like another person.
Oof, okay. So has he ever had a job? Yeah.
Yes. Has he ever had a job?
Okay. The wrong thing that I said was Bob. Okay.
Yes, because you're saying Bob like you were talking to Bob, like, Bob, have you ever had a job? But in this case, we're talking to Bob like a friend, like another person.
Like a third person.
Exactly. Has Bob ever had a job? Karen, yes?
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. He had lots. He had.
One more time.
He has had.
Help?
No, he has had.
Has had.
Yes, he has. He has had lots of part-time jobs. Last summer, he had a job at his uncle's waterbed store.
Yes. Okay. Do you have any questions here?
No. Guess I was looking through my window. Guess who's doing a hole in the street?
Who's doing what, sir?
A hole.
Like making a hole on the street.
A hole in the street? Yeah, a hole.
Yes, who is doing it?
Guess what, teacher?
I don't know. The train.
Who's doing a hole in the street?
I don't know.
A&A, teacher.
That's typical.
Yeah.
Happens all the time. Yes, that's so annoying. Actually, they were doing that in front of my house like 2 weeks ago, and it was like a lot of noise, all like every day.
I hate them. Yeah.
And a lot of dust also. Yes, and the worst thing is that after they do that, they don't repair the street. Yes, it's terrible. Okay, let's go back to check the exercise with the rest of the guys.
Okay, okay.
Recording in progress.
So, Anthony, have you ever been in Europe?
Yes, I have. I was in Europe several times.
Okay, yes, I have.
I have been in Europe several times.
Uh-huh.
In fact, I was in Europe last year.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Let's have Alfredo. Have you ever eaten at All Steakhouse?
Yes, I have. I have eaten there many times. In fact, my wife and I ate there last night.
Mm-hmm. Great. Andre, have you ever talked to Professor Alston about your grades?
Yes, I have. I have talked to him about my grades a couple of times. In fact, I talked to him after class yesterday about the F I got on the last test.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have that. Mm-hmm. Very good. Thank you. Let's have Adriana. So, Adriana, you can say the question and just in the answer.
What European countries you have visited?
So, one time, what European countries?
You have visited.
Help.
Have you visited?
Yes, very good. Have you visited?
No ha
With
llegado el
question
muchacho.
structure. Justin?
I've visited Hungary,
De
Germany,
ella, se
and
supone.
Switzerland. I've visited Hungary in 1999. And I have a doubt with this one, but I was in Germany and Switzerland in 2001.
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
So yes, it's was because it's a specific year, a specific moment. I was in Germany and Switzerland in 2001. Yes.
Yo
So
creo que
simple past
ahorita,
in
en
that
cualquier
case.
momento.
Was that your question?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And Lily asked Karen, number 5.
Number 5, teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
number 5.
And have Bob have a job?
Can you repeat it, please?
Have Bob
Help?
have Bob ever have a job?
So you're saying has?
Has
Bob ever had a job?
Yes. Has Bob ever had? Karen?
Yes, he has. He has had lots of part-time jobs. Last summer, he had a job at his uncle's waterbed store.
Yes. Okay. Do you have any questions with this practice?
Sure, actually in the number 5, why yes he has, he had, we can use he had because I don't know, the question is in past, but I don't, that's my doubt.
So when we say short answers, the short answer is always with the same auxiliary, right? So in this case, the auxiliary is has. So has Bob in the answer? Yes, he has.
All right.
So if the question said, for example, if you may, actually we're going to see a video about hat tomorrow, I think. So if you want to answer with hat, the question also has to be with hat, like, had you finished your homework before 8 p.m., for example? Let's imagine that's the question. Had you finished your homework? In this case, the answer can be yes, I had, right? Because the question is also with had.
All right.
So it has to be the same word in the question and in the short answer.
Yeah, I was confused because I thought that it was in the second hat.
No.
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 All right.
It's with the auxiliary, not with the main verb. We're going to study had tomorrow.
All right.
to see the differences. All right, so guys, for now we can go to English in Common. We're going to finish with that for today. So page 67. Page 67. I'm still kind of confused with the new format of the book, but single page. Yeah, at least the image is like HD now. So we're going to discuss part 1. Ashley, could you read a question, please?
What can you see in the photos? Which of the places would you most like to explore? Why? And discuss.
Okay, thank you. So Ashley, what do you see in picture A? Can you describe it a
A.
little bit?
A desert and
A desert.
I see.
You're hungry.
Esta me puse rojo. Ay, qué cosa más terrible.
I want a dessert too.
Ya viene.
Ajá.
Ya viene.
And camels. And yes, people riding a camel.
Okay. And Karen, what do you see in picture B?
In picture B, I see, I think that is, okay, a guy.
No, mami, él viene a inyectarme, tiene que ser en su cuerpo.
Diving, teacher, diving.
En su cama. En su cama, mami.
Yes, and there is a rib.
En su cama, mami, en su cama.
Some fish.
A él me va a inyectar, no importa, a mí no me
Really?
interesa.
And Justin, what do you see in picture C?
No, dígale que entre.
Okay, I can see some
Ay,
dogs.
Dios, mami, por favor.
Yes, there are dogs.
Hola, Paz.
They're like
foxes.
Wolves? No.
No, wolves are too dangerous to do that. Those are like huskies, maybe.
Huskies,
right?
yeah,
like
maybe
husky dogs.
Okay, I can see dogs and people. I think is how do you say trineo?
Sled.
Sled. It's like a sled.
Yes, they're practicing dog sledding.
Dog sledding. Okay.
And Adri, can you describe picture D?
In picture there, D is a tribe, a tribe.
A tribe.
A tribe from probably Africa, some part of that piece of land. And they probably are singing any kind of typical song or to the rain or to their gods. I don't know.
Okay, very well. And Diana, which of those places would you like to visit? The desert, the sea, the snow, or the tribe, like the jungle? Okay, baby is busy actually. So let's ask Andre, which of those places would you like to go to?
Well, I would like to go to the letter C. I would like to know those kind of that kind of place. But letter A, I like to know that place too. Because the other one, I don't know. I don't like that much. But it could be interesting to visit a real cold place in mountains and a really dried place in the desert. In the desert, no, desert. It's desert, right?
Desert.
Desert.
The place is desert.
All right, desert.
And the dessert is an ice, like ice cream or whatever, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Very good. And you, Anthony, which of those places would you like to visit? Did he leave? I think he left. So Rafael, what about you?
which place I would like to visit?
Yes.
Well, I would like to visit the desert, maybe in Egypt, and go to and take advantage of the trip and go to the pyramids. And maybe if there is enough time, I would like to know the Petra entrances. I don't know how to say it. Like
the ruins of Petra.
Yes, the ruins of Petra.
So, okay. So when we're talking about places, we don't say no. We say visit. I would like to visit the ruins of Petra.
I would like to visit the ruins of Petra.
Okay. And Justin, have you ever done anything similar to these activities?
No, teacher, never. But I would like to.
Which one would you prefer?
Well, I would prefer A, letter A. It sounds more interesting. I don't know. It is because Costa Rica doesn't have deserts, and I would like to be in a desert one day.
Yes. Alright, guys. So it's already 9:15, so we can finish for now for today. We'll continue practicing with this tomorrow. So I hope you have a good night.
Bye, teacher. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Yo de bibliotecas alguien sí. ¿Le traigo un chocolate? No, ahorita ya tengo. No, pero sí una manzanilla, no manzanilla. Ah, manzanilla. ¿Qué manzanilla? Dele tiempo y unos 20 minutos para que haga posible. ¿De qué? Lo que se cree que como manzanilla, no me hace bien. Ah, eso me dio mami para el la manzanilla es caliente. Sí, eso, ¿no? Para el diploma. Ya leí linaza, tomó sábila, se tomó la pastilla, ahora le digo que era tiempo.
No veo nada que diga stop. La grabación.